Hi, I'm Danielle Diaz, and this is my Week 2 video reflection for TIE 535. Um, I feel like this week has gone really well. It's been my first full week with AUSL and taking classes at NLU, and I can just tell after this first full week's experience that this whole year is going to be such a great learning experience, and I hope that at the end of it I can be a more effective teacher and be the teacher that I wish to be. I know that this week in class we haven't had a teacher present for the most part, and I feel like class is still running very smoothly and I'm still getting a lot out of it. In particular, the ways that we're using technology in not only learning the content that we're learning right now for about backwards design and designing lessons for students to get these enduring understandings, but also we're using technology to learn ourselves, but also this technology can be seen as strategies that we can use in our future classrooms to incorporate technology. So I think it's really cool how these classes have been structured to not only get content across to us as grad students, but also for us to take away these points and strategies. So I think that's been really cool. Also, more about the backwards design and the Where To and Gagne's models for lesson planning. I remember in my undergrad, and actually in my culturally responsive class in undergrad, I was introduced to the Where To model for backwards design. I remember my professor for this class, she introduced the Where To model by asking the entire class. She said, "So who has heard of backwards design?" And I remember looking around the class and nobody raised their hand. And so I assumed that we were going to dig deep into this backwards design concept and design a lesson based on the Where To model, but I didn't get much out of it, and I didn't really understand what backwards design was or how to use Where To, and I really didn't know what I was filling in the W and the H and so on. But now, after learning about backwards design, I really understand that in order for students to take what they learn and use it in the real world, you need to create learning experiences for them that reach their real lives and that allow them to make connections. And I can only strive for my lessons to incorporate such things for them to be able to do this. And I hope that throughout the rest of this class I have this main idea floating around in all that I do with that. And I also feel like technology is a key component to these enduring understandings, and that it can bring these understandings to a whole nother level in not only my teaching but also in the students' learning. Also, on the technology note, in our politics class, I remember something from the text about technology and how we were reading about history and change and how history happens and what sort of things, what materialistic things influence change in history. And one of the major points was that technology has changed society and has made a huge change in history. And I just feel like as teachers that we need to use such things as technology, and children need to be need to learn about technology in order to become productive members of society in the future. And as a teacher, I can only hope to provide the guidance for my students to be able to use this technology in a productive way. So yeah, I think class has gone really well, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the online classes go next week. And so I'll see you then.